What up, y'all? Welcome to the Gunslinger Gaming Frosty Pints podcast. I'm Gobi. With me tonight, Silus, Omega, and of course, Zero Burn 75. How y'all doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Can't
Good.
complain.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've heard the great Silus. He hasn't been around. He's been kind of off doing his own thing. How's that been going for you?
Uh, it's been a shit show and a half, but it's getting better.
Hey man, we wouldn't have it any other way.
That's right. So yeah, life is slowly coming back together and getting back to getting some game time and whatnot. So yeah, good things.
Well, since you're getting back into gaming, what have you been playing these days?
I've been all over the place. I've been trying to work a little bit on the backlog from older school games. I just finished up Outer Worlds not that long ago.
There's some DLC coming up for that out.
Yeah, I saw that's coming up. I've also been actually playing a lot more Apex than I thought I would. Somehow someone got me to actually play that and not hate it, so yeah.
Nice.
Aside from that, it's just been, random stuff here and there, whatever I have time for, depending on when I can pick up in game and if there's anybody who's wanting to do something co-op or not.
Gotcha. You and your son still play a lot of Warframe together? Or?
Not as much lately. I actually just started playing Warframe again a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, slowly like kind of catching back up on stuff. So
So have you played the new content yet, or you haven't got to it yet?
I just started the new stuff, but I didn't even get through like the single player story part of it yet to actually really unlock anything. So really haven't touched the new stuff yet. But I'm looking forward to getting into it more and everything else. But trying to get time with my son, who is now 18, is a little bit harder because he's pretty much just kind of like, fuck you. There's blowjobs inbound, video games later, which I don't blame him.
Yeah, can't blame him for that. I know Omega. You said you were gonna wait on going into Warframe until Doc gets back. Obviously we had a tragedy this last weekend. Doc's PC decided it didn't want to work, and yeah.
Yeah, worst possible time with this major Warframe update, but haven't touched it, haven't looked at it. Waiting.
Do we want to talk about it, or do we want to wait until Doc gets back?
I don't know. I don't think it feels right to do it to talk about Warframe without Doc here.
All right, I'll agree. We'll scrap that for this one, and we'll move on to something, well, that's apparently old, that's new to us, and I've never played. Phantasy Star Online 2 hit Steam, grabs a whole bunch of players. Apparently, this has been around for years. I just never heard of it because it was only in Japan. Apparently, other people have, so I'll let you guys take over and talk about it for a little bit.
I mean, it's a fun game. That's pretty much all I can really say about it because I've been completely and fully engrossed in Warcraft. So
Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely, it's Japanese way out there on a number of things because it's just, what they do. But yeah, it is older. It's been out for like 8 years, and then we finally get it here. So there's some good and bad. The good part is there's technically more content, but they're still releasing it slow, even though Japan has like way more seasons. We're getting it in smaller doses because they're still in the midst of doing a very shitty translation job. Uh, no offense, but if you ever played on the Japanese servers even a couple years ago, you could English patch it, and the translation was better than what we're getting right now from an official translation, which just is annoying. But whatever.
Strange.
At least people can play it now.
True that. All right. Yeah. The other interesting one I saw, because we're all super fans of superheroes here, especially Zero. He loves DC. Don't let him tell you otherwise. He really, really loves DC. It's his
my eye just twitched. What the fuck is your problem? I swear, Gobi, I'm gonna drive to your house and beat you within an inch of your life.
Just bring some moonshine, all right? We'll
No,
get Bomb
no.
down here. We'll get Nighthawk up here. We'll have a nice little party. We'll all safely social distance with their masks on.
Oh God, no! You can't. You don't. If you're drinking Franklin County moonshine, you don't need a mask, son. The alcohol level within the moonshine itself will kill anything that's in your system.
In your system, I'm pretty sure you open the jar and it just kills everything in the vicinity.
Yeah, pretty much. No, that sounds about right.
Just ask Doc. He's a doctor. We're not, so you gotta ask him about that. But apparently we're talking about Gotham Knights co-op. Will be completely untethered, and you can play two as the same hero. So you can both run around this Gotham's Knight game as Batman if you really want to. Because
Honestly, so I thought you were leading into the Marvel section of it, but nice segue into the Gotham Knights thing. I am actually looking forward to Gotham Knights. The Batman Arkham series has been one of my favorite video game series out of the last probably decade. It's very well done, and Warner Brothers actually knows how to put out a decent. Warner Brothers Studios, rather, knows how to put together a decent story with the help of the creators.
Clarification there.
So, the game itself, of course, Arkham Knight, when it came out on PC, was busted as fuck. But they patched it, and now it's recovered and actually got a lot of good reviews. I am looking forward to Gotham Knights because, again, I just love that free flow fighting system that game series has. So I'm actually looking forward to playing it.
I'm actually kind of looking forward to being able to play as somebody other than Batman in Gotham.
I mean, you get to play as Red Robin, which is actually kind of cool because that's.
Yeah, I don't even know who they mentioned, like Batgirl and.
Yeah, Batgirl, Huntress, Red Robin, Nightwing.
Oh, so they really need to put in Green Arrow. I mean, you're gonna put the
Damian.
in there.
What? No, the Huntress. No, the Huntress was originally made as a Batman villain, and people loved the character so much that they actually just said, "Okay, we'll make her a hero," and made her a hero. So it's kind of like what they've done with Harley Quinn, where she was originally only written to be in 2 episodes of the Batman animated series, but people fell in love with her character, so now she's a household name.
She was badass in the Suicide Squad. But they did have the Huntress in the Green Arrow TV series as one of the villains, and I believe then she transferred onto the Suicide Squad, or no?
No, it was the. It was the Harley Quinn movie that just came out, actually.
Oh, Birds. That.
Birds of Prey.
I'm interested. Have you guys seen it yet?
No, I have not. I have not had a chance. My HBO Max subscription our free trial just ran out, so now I've got to pay for it, and I'm just not paying for it. I had it for free.
Right.
Sure. Yeah, I watched Birds of Prey. It was everything you expect from Harley Quinn when it's focused on her. So it's batshit crazy and entertaining to watch.
Did they bring the same actor from Suicide Squad?
Oh yeah, Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
There's nobody else that could ever play Harley Quinn after that.
Yeah.
It's not like Batman where you've got like 12 of them. You can't have 12 Harley Quinns. You can only have one.
Yeah, and she's the best fit and does such an amazing job.
Interesting. I might have to check that out. Well, yeah, we can talk about the other stuff because we know how much we want to talk about superheroes. And this way he has some Fortnite knowledge. So the new season for came out. Fortnite, woohoo! We all love Fortnite. No, actually, we don't. But this season actually looks kind of interesting because you get to play as some pretty neat Marvel characters. Wolverine, Doctor Doom, and She-Hulk, because I knew that was a thing. We discussed that earlier. And ooh, the Shield carrier is coming too. That's neat. Okay, now some of these other people that you get to play as. Let's Silver.
Yes, call upon your resident nerd. I get it. I get it.
Okay, so
Storm,
She-Hulk.
everybody knows. Mystique, everybody knows. Wolverine, everybody knows. Doctor Doom, Fantastic Four, everybody knows. Thor, and Iron Man. If you don't know, you deserve to be shot in the head. The
Who's Iron Man?
Oh my god. Oh god. See, now at this point, I'm just going to try to get fired. So, and then of course Rocket and Groot and She-Hulk. Now, the whole reason that they've got the characters that they've got is the characters that they've included actually happen to be the top. They happen to be in the top 10 of characters in all of Marvel. So, it's not like they didn't fully research this before they decided to put these characters in, because like I said, these 8 characters, 9 characters if you make Rocket and Groot separate.
I don't think you can play as Rocket. I don't think he's actually in the game. I think he's just in the cutscenes. I don't.
That's depressing.
I know, right? I was actually super stoked. I wanted to play as Rocket, and yeah, I didn't see him in the.
One more reason not to play Fortnite. They fuck shit up by not letting you play Rocket. Anyway, let's move on to something else before I get angry about Fortnite again.
Well, let me do a quick update on the Apple Fortnite story here. We've covered it now a couple weeks going. No major updates yet, but there was some fun little drama, which is almost more fun than the actual legal updates. So midweek, the Apple App Store's Twitter account decided to do a post highlighting PUBG Mobile. And talked about the new map that's coming for PUBG Mobile, an overhaul of Erangel map, and a new look to the game, and they added a link to a new sneak peek video. And a nice little subtle fuck you to Fortnite. Well, in a less subtle, more vocal fuck you back, Tim Sweeney, the head of Epic, retweeted that tweet saying, while waiting for Apple to free Fortnite on iOS and Mac, here's another awesome Battle Royale game powered by Unreal Engine. So Epic is really putting the screws to Apple with this, and the Epic developer account has officially now been terminated. So not just Fortnite, but any of their other
I thought the judge stepped in, and
nope. Yeah, they did, but then, this was the result, or this was after that was resolved. So the judge, my understanding is that the judge was like, "Yep, okay," because this is from just a few days ago, and the restraining order was like last week. So yeah. It's still simmering along, but just thought it might be fun to mention the fun little fuck you Twitter snap.
I didn't know, because I was under the assumption that the Epic's developers account was still okay on Mac because the restraining order went through. I didn't realize that they had actually been now terminated, so that is an update. That's kind of crazy. Because that would definitely affect PUBG as well.
Yeah, this is from 2 days ago now. Officially terminates their developer account. Though, worth noting that the Unreal Engine is on a different developer account than Epic's games. So the Unreal Engine is still available for those developers who would like to use it, and it is still receiving updates. However, all of Epic's games are now no longer available for update or to be downloaded or re-downloaded on the App Store.
Oof.
Hmm. Yeah, that's
Big oof.
that's gonna get way more interesting. In
Yeah,
When
coming
the
this
months.
corporate children fight.
This was a quiet week in the actual substance of the battle, but right now we're waiting for the legal process to kick in.
Yeah.
But hopefully, we'll until that happens, we can hopefully keep being entertained by these little public spats because the drama's fun.
Oh, for sure. Um.
I think it's adorable that billion-dollar companies are throwing around money.
Yep. Adorable is what I would use too. Yeah. See how much
No,
fun this
my
looks like?
penis is bigger.
Pretty
Are you
much.
sure?
It's essentially what they're doing.
No, that is exactly what they were doing. Yeah. I'm just waiting for Amazon to get into the game too. I mean, come on. They're making video
Eh,
games now.
mm,
Yeah, that's what you call it.
Man, you guys are tough.
as if Jeff Bezos doesn't have enough money, he decides to get into the video game industry. Fuck you, Bezos. Give me money.
To be fair, Leetness actually, I know he got into this preview, and he did. You guys actually, he was playing it while you guys were talking to him and whatnot. So you guys actually get to see some of this, um, firsthand, and this is your reactions. I don't know what to say.
It's a game.
I mean, is it at least interesting in any way, shape, or form?
Not to me, but that's just because I'm not into that type of game. Like, it's not my preferred genre of game. So I will step back and
Gotcha.
let Leetness describe his love for it in absentia.
Yeah, I mean, he said it was a good game. That's what he told us. He said it was fun.
Yeah,
And
he's really liking it.
that's the extent of what I'm going to say about it as well, because again, it just looks like WoW with 3D graphics to me.
Well,
Yeah, he got in, I think, 2 or 3 gaming sessions on it so far, and he said after the second one that he liked it more than after the first time. So yeah, it seems to be good for him.
I mean, it kind of looks like the era when they, like Pocahontas and stuff like that era. Is that pretty close? Like that's the
I
vibe
mean,
I
if you
get
look at the
anyway.
if you look at the website, it'll pretty much show you what. Essentially, yes, I believe. I think I know what you're going for here, and yes, I would agree with that.
'Cause, I mean,
Assassin's Creed 3, the MMO.
well, I mean, he's definitely got. I want to say
No,
like
it's
Spanish
not.
conquistador like helmet thingy on in the New World picture. That's what I was going
All
with.
I'm gonna say is it can't be as bad as any of the uh, recent additions to the Assassin's Creed
Oh, I'm sorry.
Assassin's Creed timeline.
The money snatching IP, yeah.
Yeah.
Just fucking no, fuck.
Assassin's Creed 32. We're making you a baby.
Yeah, just fucking stop, okay? Please just fucking stop. Take a break with it for a while.
Just give me
That's what I want to say to Assassin's Creed.
Of course, I say that. I say that, and I'm the guy playing WoW.
right. Still playing WoW.
The company, the company that, or the video game that is just ever evolving and never has an end. Even though they tell you it has end game, there is no end.
So
Got to keep that money coming in somehow.
Well,
it's just an endless loop. It's good to know.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. I guess the last thing we got to talk about is, well, a game that I know you all love so much and play so often. But apparently, Division 2 is getting a new PvE mode called Skyscraper. It pretty much sounds like the underground from the first division, except for you're going up instead of down. And of course, I'm sure they changed some other stuff and made it worse somehow. Because, yeah. And season 2 is about to end. You got about 2 more weeks before that happens, and then title update 11 will drop, and that's when Skyscraper will come out. And it's got some other changes to Rainbow Loot. I'm not really going to get into it too much. Because, yeah. So what do you, yeah. Mega, what do you play
So
these days?
what's this about? No, wait.
Oh.
We're just gonna glance over the fact that
Oh, I
that
forgot about it. My bad.
that Call of Duty Warzone surprisingly had a cheat maker in it. Imagine my shock.
Show of
Sorry.
hands here if you didn't see this coming. Okay, I see all your hands up, even though I can't see you. I mean, Activision.
I mean, that's-
cheats. Come on.
That's like saying that there aren't hackers in Fall Guys. I mean,
The interesting thing about this article is that one of these cheat makers has pulled all of his cheats down and is basically towing the Activision line and telling people not to use cheats in Activision or in Call of Duty because he got some legal threats. So for me, it's I care less about Warzone or the fact that there are people who cheat in that game. I'm just more interested and surprised that a cheat maker could face legal repercussions like that for, effectively for making, third-party software that should be up to the user's discretion to use.
I'm not sure how that works. I mean, I'm not sure how are they. I don't know what they're using for a basis to take legal action against them for, unless it's just some sort of, manipulation of code, yada yada, some sort of thing like that they're trying to get away with it.
well, it's kind of like what this one company I've been watching. By the way, if you get a chance to watch Game Over on Netflix, watch it. It is fucking amazing. But they go in and there was a company that made mods for the game Missile Command back in the day, and it was a chipset, and the
I
company
started
that
watching
designed
that series. I saw that.
the company that designed Missile Command actually was like, hey, if you don't stop, we're going to sue you. So they stopped. And then sold the rights to the company that made Missile Command. And have been living comfortably ever since.
Yeah, pretty much. They dropped out of college to make mods for video games.
Yep.
And then got threatened to get sued, and then got a bunch of money out of it. Seems like a good turn of events right there.
Yeah, right.
I think what happened here, if anything, was just even if they had no legal basis to sue them for it, just the threat of litigation. This is just some guy making a hack and selling it. Like,
Yeah, you don't get the money to
Activision,
fight that
like,
shit.
You can't fight that in court.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, yeah, we'll sue you and we will make you poor as fuck because you can't afford to fight this.
Yeah, I mean, it should be noted that he still has cheats for Apex Legends and PUBG available.
Imagine that. Imagine that. Battle Royale games with cheats. Who'd ever thunk it?
No, nobody cheats in Apex. Come on, there's nobody that uses aimbots and shit ever.
It doesn't matter what type of game. If there's a competitive game where people play against other people are going to try to cheat.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And there's going to be a market for it, and it's unavoidable. And yeah,
Yeah,
if you want to play those type of games, you got to suck it up and deal with it.
Yeah, for sure. I actually just threw something else on. I saw it down below. So I don't know how true this is, but we'll talk about it. So the PS5 supposedly won't be backwards compatible with PS3, PS2, or PS1.
Because the
According
only
to
thing that
Ubisoft.
Sony said was that it would be backwards compatible with a majority of PS4 games. But that's not even at launch, though.
Oof. That's kind of.
It's
I
Sony,
don't.
man. Sony's whipping out that big Sony dick. They're just like, "Yep, this is the big Sony cock. You will deal with it." And the same strategy they've always used. It might work. It might not. But I think it might come back to bite them in the ass down the road. To be honest.
There's no down the road. It's probably going to bite them in the ass at launch. It's pretty much Sony's looking at their own foot, holding a pellet gun in one hand and looking down at their bare foot, going, "Huh, that's a good idea," and pulling the trigger.
I think it's more of a 22.
Yeah, something. But
I say pellet gun for reasons.
Okay. For reasons. No,
So
I agree.
just looking around all that, I found an interesting piece of gaming news that worth just mentioning at least. So we've all heard the announcement of Doom Eternal DLC, The Ancient Gods Part 1, coming out soon. Well, it has now been announced by id Software that the DLC will be a standalone product. You don't need to own Doom Eternal to buy and play Ancient Gods Part 1.
it's nice.
That's pretty cool.
That's
kind of like
very cool.
halfway between a DLC and a sequel.
Yeah, or
yeah,
like a standalone expansion kind of deal.
Yeah, when the executive producer of id Software was interviewed about this, he says let's see, it's like part 2 of a film. It's going to be every bit as grand as the original game was, and then part 2, Ancient Gods Part 2, should be later within the year, because they are both part of the year 1 pass, if you did get that with Doom Eternal.
Nice.
It's pretty neat.
Thank you, id Software, for being amazing.
Yeah, I figure we should tuck in a little bit more gaming news into the gaming news podcast.
Get right.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, I mean, I did want to. Of course, we don't have a presence there yet. But
Oh, we do. It's called Zero.
yeah, well, and occasionally the Leetness, occasionally, but Blizzard has announced the release of Shadowlands, which is dropping in the U.S. on the 26th of October and in the EU on the 27th of October. They haven't released a date for the pre-patch yet, but speculation being what it is, everybody's like, okay, they're going to want to spread that out over a month, so we're looking at second or third week of September, or third or fourth week of September for the pre-patch, because apparently it is going to be to the same scale as when Wrath of the Lich King came out. They're literally doing the walk in, fuck shit up, and leave deal, like what they did originally with Wrath. Which I really hope this expansion is good. I really do, because Battle for Azeroth had some growing pains, and that's putting it nicely.
Tell us how you really feel.
No, you don't want to know that.
Yes, we do. I mean, I do.
I mean, granted, I've got 4 characters at max level and one at one that I'm currently leveling, but at the same time, they've made it exponentially easier to level because you've got 100% XP buff, and they haven't nerfed any of the heirloom gear yet. But it's just a lot of the underlying systems, like the corruption system that they have. The gear system is broke as hell. There's a lot of things in Battle for Azeroth that could have been done way differently. They just took a lot of the ideas that they thought were good and thought what people wanted and reskinned them. They reskinned Titan Forging, which was being able to essentially customize your gear into whatever you wanted it to be, and slapped a new name on it and called it Azerite gear. And it's good because you actually have options, but at the same time, there's like, for each spec, there's maybe two options that you can go with, and the RNG is just god awful. So getting one of those two is like a 6 to 8% drop chance.
So a small, tiny shot in a cold day in hell.
No, that's the Male Muncher. That's the the one mount that everybody has been going after, and has a 0.2% drop chance.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, a 0.2% drop chance. You are inside of a specific single-person instance, and you have to go to the mailboxes within this instance, and you have a 0.2% chance that when you click the mailbox, that this mount will come out. You defeat the mount, you get the mount. And there is a 0.2% chance. There are a ton of people that have it. It's just a matter of, okay,
luck. RNG, is this hating you?
Yeah, you literally, it's Hunger Games. May the odds be ever in your favor. I've been trying to get that mount since I came back, and I have yet to get it. And I've been doing I've been repeating the same steps.
How many times have you punched a mailbox?
4 times a week, 3 mailboxes in the instance. For the last, I've been playing for 3 months now, 4 months, and that's once a week. So over the last 12 weeks, 16 weeks. So 4 times 3 times 16, whatever that is. Figure it out. I'm not doing numbers right now.
Okay, and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is coming out November 13th, and this one is a shit show. I'm sorry, but this is a fucking joke.
It's my understanding that they're that it's going to be downloadable directly from a hard drive that will be provided to you by the company when you buy the game.
It's so, like, in order to so they have what they call, apparently there's the cross-gen bundle, which costs $70. Will be available on current gen and next gen PlayStation and Xbox consoles. There's also a $100 Ultimate Edition, which includes the cross-gen bundle and some extra digital goodies. I'm not sure what this whole cross-gen bundle thing is, but it's $10 more. And didn't we just talk about a couple weeks ago? Was it Madden or something was getting a $10 increase for next gen prettiness?
Yeah, because they said with the growing cost of software or of hardware, that they needed to increase the price of their games by $10. Which again, I've gotten out of playing Madden and stuff. When I realized that, hey, I'm paying $60 for a roster update.
Pretty much.
Granted, okay, I say that and I'm being facetious. It's
You
It's
said
really
pay how much a month for WoW?
actually I've got so much gold in game that I haven't paid for a WoW subscription since I started.
I know, but I just love giving you shit about it. That's shit.
Yeah, nice try. Nice try. It's not gonna work. Because I don't pay for my WoW subscription. My guild does, essentially.
Hey, whatever works for you. However you feed your addiction.
Hey,
No,
it's,
so
be- it's better than meth.
I won't disagree on this. Meth kills, it's bad for you. Plus, I mean, it fucks with your face. I mean,
My
Yeah.
face is ugly enough
No
as it
bueno.
is.
yeah, no bueno. No bueno. Yeah, so, did you get, dude, I can't believe it, like, fuck councils, sorry. You guys had, this year, I'm sorry, but fuck you guys and your cross-gen compatibility crap in games. I just hope the game on PC is not $70.
It will be.
I'm not. I was gonna say I'm not holding my breath, but
You got to figure the cost of video games is eventually going to go up. A lot of people thought that last gen the cost was going to bump up a bit, and it didn't. It still stayed at that $60 price target. So,
yeah.
but on the other hand, it's like if the cost of my games is going up, can we please get some better fucking QA and quit getting super broken shit on release that everyone's like, yeah, we'll just patch it in fucking DLC later. No, bitch. Day one, that shit should fucking work.
Fuck it, we're doing it live. It's that's literally exactly what it is.
Yep. I think we can all agree that we wish games went back to the Wolfenstein 3D days when you bought a game, you put it on your computer, and it just worked.
Yeah, but yeah, there might be some minor annoyances here or there glitch-wise, but for the most part, it was a fully working fucking product.
Yes.
Yeah, but here's the thing. With older games, you did even though it had glitches and bugs, they never got patched. So
yeah,
it was just part of the game, bud. So sorry about your luck. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
Oh,
but it just seems like the QA was better. Now they're just like, oh well, because we can patch it, we're gonna be lazy as fuck.
Yeah, we'll fix it later.
Yeah,
dude, some of those Quake 2 glitches that turned into mods were just fucking amazing. The grappling hook mod, Quake 2 will never be the same without it.
I just remember some of the glitches from when Final Fantasy VII first came out. Whew, that was fun.
Oh yeah. So have you guys played the remake yet? Silus?
Yes, I have. My sister actually has it on her Xbox, PlayStation, and loves it. And I can't say that I don't like it.
Now, so here's my burning question I've been dying to ask. Is it a Final Fantasy 15 where it's the action combat, or is it the turn-based of the original Final Fantasy 7?
That is the only downside. It's not turn-based, it's real-time.
Yes.
Yeah, I played the demo. I haven't actually played the full game because I'm just waiting. Because why not? Because pretty soon, you'll have the second part, so I could just get them in a double pack later.
I'm still waiting for the PC release.
Again, yeah, good luck. Sony's not going to release that anytime soon.
Their deal with Square Enix ends in April of next year. So after that,
it could be.
They only had a year exclusivity from like April or some shit. So yeah, when that's up, Square Enix can put it wherever the fuck they want.
Which we should probably put it on Steam. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will. Square's been actually getting really good at releasing their shit pretty much everywhere because they learned, hey, money. We like money.
I'll buy it on GOG, please. If
Yeah.
you're listening to
No,
this,
don't put it on GOG. Gobi does not need it on GOG.
why not? Why? Yes, everything needs to be on GOG because they're better.
Yeah, I try not to fucking use Steam, to be honest. Anything I can launch from not Steam, I will. I don't even launch. I use the standalone launcher for fucking Warframe, for fuck's sakes.
I use standalone for Warframe because I mean I don't got anything against Steam. I got plenty of great games on Steam, but I do like GOG better because it's DRM free,
Yeah,
and I try to
I
buy
agree.
more games there. I will be buying Cyberpunk there for sure.
Oh, Cyberpunk, fuck yes. There's a game I'm looking forward to. It's like my main existence for this year. Otherwise, I probably would have fucking hurt myself with the way things are at work.
Yeah, it's what
You know it was
September?
pushed out to next year, right?
What?
They pushed it out to 2021. I heard.
No, last I heard it was November of this year. Or was it October? Some shit like that.
I
I didn't hear about another push.
heard I thought it was September. Oh boy.
Here we go.
Time
Let's
to Google.
Yep, I'm jumping on it right now. November 19th.
That's not.
It is
wow.
November 19th on the official CD Projekt Red website.
Ooh, that's perfect time.
So-
Right in time for my birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, that works for me because anything else I want to play, I'll already have played through or started on. So, yeah, I thought it was November. I thought was the last push. I was right. Yay! Like, man, if they could push to next year, that would fucking suck. But whatever. All I have to say is with all these delays, this shit better again not have a fuck ton of bugs. A couple, okay, but if it has a shit ton, someone's gonna die.
The game. So we've been talking about all these bumps and stuff, and the one game that has went dead silent is Dying Light 2. They got
Oh yeah, I haven't heard shit
When-
about that.
well, they got bumped earlier this year when they did all the bumping or whatever, and they just to be announced. Like
Oof.
they don't even have like they didn't set another release date. They just said it will to be announced. Like they don't even know when it's gonna come out. Since then they've still put out DLC for the first Dying Light, so they're still working. But yeah, it's kind of like when is Dying Light 2 coming out now? My guess is probably late next year. I don't see it coming in the spring of the year because
Fucking
I would
pandemic bullshit.
we would have had a release date if it's coming in the spring.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not, but I would think. So, you got anything big streaming coming up, Silas?
Big streaming? I don't think so. I'm doing some small things. Obviously, I have been streaming again, but I'm going to be doing a co-stream with my buddy Clueless. He's going to. I haven't played 7 Days to Die. He talked me into getting it because okay, he streams 7 Days to Die. Obviously, he plays on PC. He's got his own server and stuff, and he's got it modded. And with the mods he runs, his Twitch viewers can fuck with his server and spawn zombies and do all kinds of shit, help or hinder kind of deal.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck
And-
your shit up.
And I'm gonna join him for it, but he's gonna teach me the basics of the game before we actually connect to his private server. We're just gonna do like a LAN play for a little bit first, and then jump in there.
You can't do that shit. You gotta go right in. You gotta go balls deep, cold into the fucking server. Then they'll fuck with your ass. It'll be hilarious.
The reason behind it is he wants me to do a couple of basic things because his server is continually progressing. So with where it's at, he wants me to at least know a few things. Otherwise, it'll be terrible. He doesn't want me to hate the game. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, it's definitely one of those games. I mean, if you go in cold, then you can end up hating it real quick. Like
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely the big thing. That'll be sometime this week. I'll be probably either guest on his stream and playing it with him, or streaming it as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean that's another one of those games that have been around forever. It's a great game. I just never got into it. I believe it's voxel based survival zombie game.
Yeah, I picked it up off a Humble Bundle for like $8, I think. So,
Nice.
low cost of entry. So I'm like, yeah, it's all good. In return, I showed the man this wonderful series called Bayonetta that he had never touched before.
What? How can you
Yeah.
have never played that game? Jeez, that was a good game.
Well, he's playing it now. I showed it to him. He was streaming the other night, and I'm like, "Hey, why don't you give that a try?" He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Here, try this." And then, yeah, that's what he finished his stream with, was playing Bayonetta. So he was totally into it.
Yeah, that's I can't remember if I've played that one all the way through.
That can get rough. That's some serious fucking controller breaking right there, or keyboard
yes, it
breaking, or
is.
whatever, depending on where you're playing. Wait, was there a PC release for that? 'Cause he's playing it on Switch. I showed it to him on Switch. So
I don't think there was a PC release. I played it on.
I know the first one came out on Wii, and then number 2 came out on Wii U, and I know they like re-released it. I think on like all the consoles, but I know number 3 is going to be Switch exclusive.
Bayonetta. Yeah, it's 20
Mhm.
bucks on Steam.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, he's playing it on Switch. But yeah.
Um,
But either way, good fucking game. Totally worth fucking playing. It can be maddening, but it's fun as fuck.
yeah, it's the one that released in 2017. There must be the remaster.
Yeah,
or whatever.
the remaster.
Yeah, I mean, it
Let me guess, is
very positive.
Steam-
Very positive.
yeah, good game.
Yeah.
Very stylized, not for little children.
That's an understatement. Um,
That was like the only mature rated game on Wii.
you are correct, sir. And the thing is it wasn't even for the gameplay itself. It was literally because she was
Half naked.
scantily clad.
Yeah, and her poses and the way she's very flexible.
Very flexible. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's one way to put it.
Oh, and there's a lot of language and such, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you did you play the Dark Souls games?
Some.
Some. Yeah. I've been playing Remnant from the Ashes, and that it's like Dark Souls with guns, and it seemed
Okay.
really easy for a while, and then we got to this last boss, and I remembered why it was called Dark Souls with guns. Yeah, controller.
You
breaking,
died a
all that shit.
lot.
Oh, I still, no, I still haven't beat it. Like it's, oh my god, it's like two moss, one on each side of you, and you're on a bridge, and eventually they both like shoot beams at you, and they can knock you off of this bridge, either way, and yeah, I haven't mastered it yet. I'm still beating my head against the wall for fun. But it is a good game. It's very pretty. I got it for free, but I think it's like a $40 game or something like that. That's my recommendation. Yep. Zeros is definitely World of Warcraft. What about you, Omega?
What was the question?
Game you've played lately you'd recommend?
I mean, that I could recommend. See, that's why it's a tough question. I've been playing a few different things lately, trying to mix it up. I played The Escapists 2 a little bit with Zero and a bit more with Leetness, and it's a lot of fun, but I can't really recommend playing it because it's kind of broken. I'm still kind of digging on my Space Engineers rabbit hole, but I can't really recommend that because that's just a really specific type of game for a specific kind of person. And aside from myself and Doc, I don't know anybody who is into that.
I think I own it, but I've never like actually like got into it.
I will say, actually, you throw me under the bus with WoW only, but the game Among Us is actually quite fun. I've been playing that on stream with some friends of my sisters, and they've kind of drug me in, and I moderate occasionally. But playing Among Us is just fun.
I've never even heard of it. What is it?
The best way to describe it is similar to like a murder mystery type deal. The best way to do it is 10 players. You're on this spaceship together. 2 people of the 10 are what are known as imposters. Said imposters will run around attempting to kill the people who are just crewmates. When the body is discovered, everything stops. You discuss and vote on who you believe is the killer, the imposter. When I played the other night, I went 2-1, and literally the only thing I did to get people to believe me was wait for somebody to go in on another person, and then I was like, yeah, I totally saw them run out of the room right before the body was found. So don't play it with your close friends, because you'll have trust issues after that.
Trust issues? No, really? You're a good guy. We always trust you. As far as
There's
we
your
throw you.
first mistake. Well, depending on how strong you are, you may be able to get a good throw in. If I let you.
There's that part. So, you mentioned you've been playing a bunch of different stuff. What else have you been playing that, even if you can't recommend it, I'm just curious, other than the Escapist?
Killing Floor.
Yes, sir.
More people should play Killing Floor. It's a great game. It's a simple game. It's a easy game in the sense of it's no nonsense, gratuitous slaughter of bad guys. It's a horde shooter. There's no plot. There's no storyline. It's you with a lot of cool guns and a lot of teammates killing a lot of things. Lots of explosions and blood. It's a great game.
And fire.
The blood
Lots of
mechanic,
fire.
is actually pretty neat. All the damage you do and all the blood you spill stays on the map until the round. Is it the round end or the match ends?
The round.
Yeah.
It depends. On some maps, when you get like hundreds, if not thousands, of enemies, eventually they have to despawn them because you'll just get cluttered piles. But yeah, no, it's a gore fest. It's great, but I love it just because it's an easy game to play, and I don't mean that in that it's got like a low skill level or whatever. But it's the kind of game that like it doesn't take mental effort. You don't have to feel like super involved or engaged. It's not a game that has long overarching plot lines that you feel like you have to be driven to complete. It's a fun game that you can pop into for half an hour and then pop out of. It's just great stress relief. It's great to play while listening to a podcast. It's pretty awesome.
Speaking of which, we need to set up some time to kill some Zeds this week, Omega.
Yeah, we can do that. Linus said he'd be around tomorrow, so
Heck yeah, we'll do it tomorrow then.
Say, the one thing you didn't mention about the game is how I feel like the gunplay is extremely good in Killing Floor. Like it feels good.
yeah. And
Like,
I mean,
it's
the
satisfying.
game is incredibly simple, and that allowed them to really perfect what little they have. Like the control scheme is one of the easiest control schemes you'll ever play in a first-person shooter. You know, you've got movements, you've
I
got
don't even
guns,
think you
you've
have
got
crouch.
grenades, and that's it. Like crouch, jump, but like there's nothing. There's no crazy, armor abilities that you swap in and out, or like just
No.
it's just straightforward. It's easy to play. It's easy to just hop in and have fun.
And it's
And
slow-mo
it's-
on headshots.
Yeah, the Z time is pretty amazing. When you start playing this game for the first time, when you get your first Z time and you pop some zombie heads for the first time and you see what that's like, it really tickles the pleasure centers of your brain.
Yeah, definitely. I will say they get chaotic towards the end, and the bosses can kind of be a pain. I think the one I've faced the most is, I think it's Hans. He's got the stupid machine gun. Is that? Yeah, that's Hans.
Yeah. I mean, all the bosses suck in different ways, but
I remember Krankus or whatever from the first one was. Oh, he was such a pain in the ass. I kind of missed the first one. It had a much better mod support, but I think Killing Floor 2 is a better game all around. Yeah. Um, yeah, I just been getting back into the division. I got to finish up season shit, which has actually been going pretty good. And of course, Remnant. And yeah, been playing Fortnite with kids because now they all play it, so it's a family thing. It's fun.
I don't know. I played Fortnite the other night because somebody was streaming it, so I jumped in and played with them. But I was also getting really, 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 really fucking shit faced.
Right. I was gonna say
It's the
on a
best way to
scale
play
of 1 to
Fortnite.
hammered, how what was it? And I'm guessing the answer is hammered.
Bottle open, bottle empty. Oh, I'm sad
Oh,
now.
paddle empty. I can play Fortnite now. This isn't so bad. Ah,
And I still managed to get some kills in there, so yeah. It's just pretty bad.
well, yeah. I mean,
Uh,
I do. I don't mind the save the world too much in Fortnite. Um, I'm not a fan of the battle royale at all. I mean, Team Rumble or whatever isn't so horrible because it's more like team deathmatch, um,
right.
which isn't bad. But Save the World is actually enjoyable to me. It's like a tower defense horde thing, um, which is kind of neat. But it's not like I feel like it should just all be available to everybody. Whereas
Right.
Save the
Yeah,
World is
shouldn't
too
have
cut off.
paywalls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I mean, or at least make it $10 or something. I think it's like $20 or $30 right now to get into the Save the World. I mean, they made it $10.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be bad, but I
Right.
understand. It's that cost of entry that kind of needs some adjustment, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming it will get it down the line, maybe, if
Yeah,
ever.
depending on how much money they're losing off of people who can't play on iOS or Mac right now.
I will. And actually, I do kind of a shout out to Crinkle. I love your
Oh,
post
pouch.
in the saloon. Your Steam review. I don't know what game this was for, but it's pretty fucking hilarious. First one is not recommended. Can't play with Mac users anymore. And the one right below it is recommended. Finally, I don't have to play with Mac users.
Horseshoe.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that was good. But all right, yeah, I think we had a pretty good time. Thanks for joining us, Silas. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, anytime.
Definitely stop by again. Again, thank you guys for joining me, and thank you all for listening. We'll catch you all later.
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 See ya.